Hi everyone, so front plug change done. This is an intro into an intro because I started filming not knowing whether I'd carry it through. I've actually managed it, so just a couple of things relating to the video because obviously it's a bit patchy. I just do it with my phone. I'm trying to work as I'm talking. I did need the help of my mate Tony though. I've known Tony for years. We biked together as kids, so it was handy to have that extra set of hands and just a bit more confidence to get on with a few things. It's just a niggle really, bit of a niggle, but a couple of things that's worth noting. All these clips on the side of the airbox all come off quite easily, apart from one that you'll see within the video, which you have to get to the back of to get it off. But everything goes back quite well because each clip has a different sort of fitting, so you can't really mix them up. The only thing we did do is one of the hoses on this pair system, when we taken it off, we got one of the clips the wrong way around on the hose and it wouldn't quite reach, so we had to just take it off again. So keep an eye on things like that. The ECU didn't have to undo it actually, which was good because on my ECU, unlike one that somebody sent me a short of, I think he made it for me actually, I was really pleased about. I'll put a link to that. His ECU, when it came off, the connectors just pulled off. But on mine, it's got a bar across, almost like an anti-tamper bar. And I don't know if it needs a special tool, but none of my Allen keys would fit it. So I couldn't get at the plugs to pull them off, but luckily you can move it out of the way. With regard getting at the plugs, a few people had mentioned about different types of extension they'd used for it, but I just used the one out of the toolbox and out of the Honda toolkit, and just a 10mm spanner, and a bit fiddly, but yeah, I'd find that, no problem. So, as I say, I've put how to up there in the title, how to change your plugs. It isn't really a how to, it's just how I've managed to do it. Bit of help from the online workshop manual, which isn't a big help because it's very disjointed and the pictures are just so dark. But I've put how to simply because a lot of people will be interested in this video, and if I don't put how to, it gets lost in the algorithm of YouTube, so it's not an advice thing. Okay, so yeah, let's have a look at the video and I hope it helps you. Bit of a pain in the backside. Let me just say actually, the rear ones I didn't do because I did them last time about 16,000 miles ago, and they're dead easy to get to. There's no issue with them. I tried to do the front ones from there on, but I gave up. I got fed up. My hands were freezing and I had a bad hand as well. So yeah, let's have a look at the video then. By all means, you know, comment. Catch you soon. Bye. Hi everybody, well I've decided to have a go at these front plugs again on the Vfr1200. Gave up last time, got a bit annoyed, so gonna have another crack at it. Video will be a bit disjointed because I usually get stuck somewhere and then I'll clear off into the house, have a think about it. But I'll do my best to keep it flowing. Just a note on the rear plugs, by the way. They're quite easy to get at, you can just get at them quite simply there. Referring to the rest of the panels, the fairing panels and the top of the airbox, I'll put a link to my playlist which covers all that sort of thing. I've already taken the top of the airbox off, just now going to unscrew the filter itself. It's actually in quite good condition. Did I change it last year? But yeah, it's quite good nick actually. The manual tells you to take the tank off, but I don't fancy undoing those pressure hoses there, the joints, so I believe you can do it quite easily with the tank up, and it'll certainly be a bit easier for me. Right, I'll crack on. I'll just show you bits and bobs as I go along. Catch you in a bit. Bye. So that's what we're left with now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo some of these clips. I don't know what order to do them in. The manual doesn't help too much, and I might have to lift the airbox housing up to get at a few of these. But just a couple that I've had a quick look at. That big one there, there's one either side. 1 second, I'll put my torch down. That clip there, you see it? You push that away towards the airbox, and that just lifts up. I'll show you the other side. There's the other one. But the one next to it, where am I? That one, it actually pushes down to release. There's a little tang there, look. See that? So that lifts up onto that. So you have to push the thing down to get it off. I think it's similar with these, a couple of these others. And then I've got to take all these screws out. I think there's about 8, and I've got to take off those funnels. Make sure you've got a GIS screwdriver for those, because they're going to be jolly tight. Right, I'm going to crack on with that now. So I've taken the velocity stacks or trumpets out now. They are quite tight, so as I say, make sure you've got a good screwdriver to get those out and get it really central. I have noticed that having the tank up and not off did cause a bit of an issue, but I got there. And I've just found out I didn't really need to undo these yet, because I've taken all the screws out of that airbox housing, and I've the ECU there just clips through that, so I've taken that out. Just remember that screw in the middle there when you take that housing out. Let me just zoom to it. Yeah, don't forget that one down there. Oh, is it that one? Yeah, that one. So that's now just loose. Forgive me, this is a bit messy, but I'm just only bit by bit as I do it. So that's that part of the housing, which leaves me that. Fortunately, all these airbox screws, they're all the same size. So you don't have to worry about putting them in any order. I've just got them in a little spray can lid there. So that's one help. So what I've got to do now is obviously get this out of the way so I can get down towards the plugs. The ECU's got to come out there. Just take this cover off like a dust heat shield. Take that off all the way around. And once all that housing is off, these resonant bottles should come off with that lower housing. I should get a view of the plugs with a bit of luck. I'll soon find out. So at the moment I'm really struggling to get this clip off. Looks quite easy. Looks like it just drops down. I am struggling a bit. Been on for 10 minutes. Taking that one off there. That's pretty straightforward. Just another look at that clip there. It's on that sort of housing. Just got to push that there. Look, can you see that? Push that in as you drop it down. I think what I'll have to do is get that air hose off there. See that? That may allow me to lift the whole thing up higher and get a better view of why this isn't coming off for me. I'll crack on. Okay, so as usual I'm stuck. Been messing about for ages now. Still can't get that clip off this housing, so when I'm lifting it, it's sticking. This is it, the pair system. I'm not sure how that's held onto this section, or if I even need to take it off. So I'm going to have to work that out. I've obviously undone that while you're there. The ECU, I've got the two switches off at the back. but I lift it up and I've got the 3 big plugs there to get out, which everyone says on the forums, yeah, they're a bit tricky, but they come out easy. Well, I've yet to fathom that yet. Yeah, okay, I'll carry on. So in order to get this bottom piece of the airbox off, we were struggling with this clip here. What you've got is a little hole in the back that's an absolute pig to get to. So you need to come into it from the back somehow. So when it's clipped there, you need to come in from the back. We must have been half an hour on this, at least. And the reason we want that off is so we can lift it and get to that air hose there to get that off. And that will give us clearance now to get into the plugs, hopefully. So there's another little screw hidden. This is attached to the bottom of the airbox. I had to get a stubby screwdriver to get underneath that to get that out. Still struggle to get the wires out of the ECU because of this bracket here, which doesn't appear on the, I don't think, on the 2010 to 2012 models. And these, we just can't get them off without going mad. But I've still managed to get at the coil packs, which were really tricky and awkward, but as you can see, where have I put it? Where have I put my coil pack? As you can see, one coil pack out, one more to go. Then I've got to try and get the plug spanner in, which I'm going to use from the Honda pack, or the Honda toolkit, should I say. And there it is. I'll drop that in and then get a 10mm spanner on the top of that somehow. Here goes. They got it. Yeah, it's coming out. And that's a 50,000 mile Honda plug. Well, NGK I think they are. So these iridiums do work. Right, plug's finally in. Everything together, hopefully. And we'll just check we've got no management lights on. And we're okay.